Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 26 of our FM21 save. As you can see, we are still at Hamburger and there has been some madness going on from the last episode. So this is our transfer section, and pretty much what has kept us in the job here is that our boy Demir has joined Chelsea for 90 million. They used his release clause fee, and that has obviously funded some transfers coming in. We've also said goodbye to Herrera, to Steph, to Mbamba, and to Pedersen, and Opoku's on loan. But we've also brought in Dean Henderson, who is fantastic. Is going to work? No, it's not going to work. So we've brought in Dean Henderson to play as our goalkeeper. He's a little bit more solid than Pedersen. We've still got our young Swede as the backup. We'll go back now. Where are we? And we brought in Harvey Elliott from Liverpool to play on the right. We've been screaming for a quality right winger that can cut in, and I think Harvey Elliott is that person. We've also brought in Ezekiel Palacios from Leverkusen to play in our midfield. He looks fantastic as well. We have also brought in a second right winger because we need extra cover there. That's the one position I felt like we've really struggled. And our boy here is a winger, but he's more of an inside forward with 15 finishing, great dribbling. If we've got it as an inside forward there, he's very quick. He's just got all the attributes. His passing could probably be a bit better, but being an inside forward, that's not going to matter too much. Who else have we got here? We've also then brought in Nuhan Perez from Bayern Munich. So once again, we're weakening an opposition team, and he looks fantastic as a just general centre back. He's not going to be a ball player. He's going to just be a centre back. It's not that he can't play as a ball player, but I think him and Ben White, they're going to complement each other very, very well. We've brought in Agate, who we wanted from the start. I don't think the stars really reflect his current ability, because as you can see, he is very, very well rounded. The only stat he's really struggling in is a little bit of pace and some tackling. That's about it. He's never going to take a penalty for us. He's never going to take a long throw for us. Every other stat here is fantastic, and I think the more he plays, the more these stars will move. We've then gone. This is the big signing. We've gone and signed Troy Parrott. If you've been around long enough, you'd know that he was with us with Brentford and got us to the Premier League, and hopefully he can fire us to the Bundesliga title. It's pretty much going to be him and Orezco subbing. We've got Holzak and Jorge on the left, and we've got the two new boys on the right. We've got a lot of depth on the wings now as well, and we've gone and got James Garner because it only cost us $3.5 million for this season and like $8 million or something for the next three. So how are we off Garner? Let's just go back. There's James Garner. There we go. So he's going to be just more depth. 3-star centre mid, very well rounded. He'll play as a centre mid moving forward. So what we've got today is, obviously you've already seen, we've got Schalke, and then we're going to get into the Champions League draw for this episode. This is the team that we're going to go with to start with. And we're also missing Vignardo, who's injured. We're missing Adam Holzak, who's injured. And Palacios, unfortunately, is injured as well. He's actually been really good in pre-season. But this is pretty much mostly our best 11, just with Ugarte starting ahead of Palacios. That's normally where Palacios would be. But we have shifted into a 4-3-3, and it's been working brilliantly in pre-season. We did lose to Bayern. We then beat Udinese, lost to Chelsea, won there, lost to City, and then won our first cup game 9-0. I'm assuming these guys are semi-pro. They are. Okay. So, as you can see, though, we got a pretty good run of games to start the season with. And the only time it gets difficult, there's a stretch of 3 games here, Leipzig, Bayern, Berlin, which we'll get towards the end of the season again. But we've got the Schalke game here. We've got the Champions League draw in between there, so we'll know who we've got in between those fixtures. So this is how the season's already started. Bayern Munich have won 6-1 against Eintracht Frankfurt. Dortmund got a 2-1 win against Bayer Leverkusen. Berlin have obviously just beaten Stuttgart. And we are taking on Schalke today. And we are going very aggressive. But that's the team. So I think everyone's pretty well fit-ish. I think Harvey Elliott's just come back from a little knock, but he's alright. He'll start. Just making sure. So Blezer's probably the only player there who deserves to be in the team. And I'm going to take Rick out for Blez, because we've got Nico Armini, who I want to start giving more game time to. to see if we can progress his development. But other than that, I think that's probably our strongest team. We've got Musawagu, who can play both fullbacks. Probably don't need Liberato as well, but we'll bring them both just in case. You never know, we might need 2 fullbacks. So let's go. That's the team, and I'm very, very excited for this season. So if you haven't checked out the Twitch content as well, make sure you jump over to Paulie29 on Twitch to catch all the action live. And I'd recommend putting on the notifications because we've been streaming quite a lot lately. So they're playing a 4-3-1-2. Okay, that's an interesting formation. And let's go. Let's have a look at what we are going to be hopefully seeing this season. Hopefully we come out firing. It's a new look Hamburg side. Our Marta's been brilliant so far in that Mazzala role. We've got depth for days. So as I said, we've got the 2 new boys on the right. We've got Parrott, we've got Arezzo, we've got Pietro Pellegrini up front. We've got Jorge, and Holzak are our primary left wingers. But we've also got like Gavi who can play out there as well. In the Mazzala, we've got Armada, we've got Vignato and Gavi. That's their spot. The deep line playmaker is pretty much Fernandez and Palacios and maybe Illich if you want to bring him in, or Blazer as well. And then that centre mid spot is going to be pretty much Agate, Garner, I think, are probably going to be the options, or Palacios as well. So we've got plenty of options across the pitch. As Harvey Elliott trying to get his first goal, but it's Troy Parrott who gets his first league goal, I should say, because he did score in the cup in the games before, but he's stolen that off his British compatriot. But I'm not complaining. We're 1-0 up. We're playing good football, and let's see how far we can go. Obviously, this year the ambition is to win everything, so we've dumped a lot of our finances for the next few years into this team. So we're not going to be making a heap of transfers moving forward. Otherwise, the club's going to be in a real financial tough position. So we're going to just keep this core team together, hopefully. And if we have to sell because someone overdevelops, then we'll sell. But hopefully people will recognise that we're building something special here in Hamburg, and they'll want to hang around long term. So that's a decent ball towards Troy Parrott, but it's well dealt with by Sherbet though. So obviously the ambitions are Bundesliga title this season and a Champions League run. And as I said, I'm hoping this is the man that fires us to those championships. And also Arezzo, we're going to have to find out how to get Arezzo involved. We'll probably use him a lot off the bench to rest Troy Parrott. And then when we've got games building up with Champions League and Cup and stuff, we'll use Arezzo against those weaker sides. As Parrott has a hat-trick inside 30 minutes. He is going to be something special this season. He's going to be playing all the big games. He is a freak. Doesn't matter what year it is, he is just flying. It's going to be unbelievable. He's had 3 shots, he's scored 3 goals, and that's exactly what we want to see from our big summer signing in Troy Parrott. So I'm very excited to see how this 4-3-3 is going to work as well. It's one of my favourite formations in real life. We've also got a 4-2-3-1 set up just in case we need to go into it. A little bit more defensive minded than our 4-3-3. That's a good save from Henderson as well. But our depth this season, I think that's what's going to be key. I feel like, so we've got like Rick and then either Akanji or Armini at centre back. So that's 5 quality centre backs. We've got Liberato, we've got Davies, we've got Musa, we've got Vags. As fullback, we've also got Jedson Fernandez who can play right fullback if we're in a crisis. We've got plenty of midfielders, we've got plenty of attackers that are just all quality. There's no dead wood in this squad, and that's the key. I feel like it doesn't matter who actually steps on the pitch, as Harvey Elliott gets injured, unfortunately, and then the sub's just as good as Harvey Elliott at the moment as well. And then worst case scenario, we've got Blazer who can play out there more as a winger than as a inside forward, but we've got options. We've got so many options in this team. It's unbelievable. Oh, that's surely a red card. That's dirty, and he's off. And then we're 3-0 up. They're down to 10 men. This should be relatively comfortable from here on in, surely. So let's see what happens. I'd love Troy. If Troy can get one more, that'd just be hilarious, I think. We want to get Jorge involved, but we might take Parrott off as well. We might rest those quads because they're going to be doing a lot of shooting this season, I think. We'll get probably James Garner in, actually, for Agate. How's he playing? 6.7. Everyone's on 6.7s. Who's getting the assists? Armada's got 2 assists. Okay, that's why. Alright, what we'll do is we'll get James Garner involved as well. Give him some minutes. and we'll keep one sub up our sleeve. So it looks like Garner has made his way onto the pitch. We've only had 3 shots on target, and that's probably the concerning thing, is that we've only made those 3 opportunities, but we've taken all 3 of them. So that's the pleasing thing, because we weren't very clinical last season. So hopefully, if we've got Troy and Arezzo up front there, and they're prepared to take 70% of the chances we have, then we're going to be well on our way, hopefully, to a league title. And it depends on how well we defend. That's the next question I have this season. Can the new boys at the back figure it out? And I'll give Henderson that as a save onto the bar. What have they got? They're just taking a striker off. So Jorge is really struggling at the moment on that left-hand side, and he hasn't had a particularly good game. So Adam Holzak's actually not in the team, so we'll get Gavi involved on that left-hand side. He can play everywhere. He's sort of a Mr. Fix-It man for us. He can play left. He can play through the middle. So he will just sort of get his time here and there. I know we spent a lot of money on him, and he hasn't quite worked out for us, but you're not going to win on every single signing. He does a job for us still. He's still part of the squad, which is okay at a minimum. I would have liked him to have really kicked on, but we can't really fit him in the plans at the moment. The way Armada's playing, he's really keeping him out of the team. Same sort of thing with Vignato, but we didn't dump as much money into Vignato. It was only about 5 mil into him. So as Fernandez, that's a big strike. And he's meant to be on defend. He's meant to be covering the back 2 here, and he's not there. It's a little bit frustrating, but here we go. Come on, lads. I just want one more goal, I think. That would make me very, very happy. Can we find the ball into the box? Vags, long throw. That's actually a really good throw there. Finds our boy. I'm going to have to find a nickname for him. Bayadaka. By the time I say his name, he normally gets rid of the ball. So we're going to have to find a nickname for him, I think. So we might have to come up with that on Twitch as Armada puts one into the top bin. But he's offside. Thiago, no. That was a strike and a half from Armada. But he's offside. That's so poor. His positioning was dreadful. But that's a strike and a half. And he's been doing that in pre-season as well. So he's really getting involved in this Mazzala role. And I know it's not the role he really wants to play, but he's really excelling in it. So here we go. Come on, lads. We've got Troy on the pitch still. I want to see a little bit more from Troy. Can we find one more? Vags, long throw. Gavi, Armada, blocked. Garner, Davies, Fernandez, good ball. Davies, square it. No. Okay, it's just hit Garner in the face there. I think that was a Falcon. I don't think he actually meant to header that ball. Here we go. Vags throws in behind. Parrott for. He's too good. They're subbing him off for 5 goals apparently. What are they on about? And Vags gets a direct assist from the throw. Parrott first time side netting. Oh, how many goals is Parrott going to score this season? Get it in the comments. Get it in the comments. How many goals is Parrott going to score? He's had 4 shots. He's scored 4 goals. Oh, Troy. We've missed Troy. Troy is the king. He has returned. It's the first time we've actually owned him outright as well. We only ever had him on loan. Can he get his 5th? It's an own goal. Vags. I don't mind that from Vags as well, though. Just have a slap at it. We're 5-0 up. So we're level with Bayern on goal difference now, because they won 6-1. And we've won 5-0, maybe 6-0. Is there time? There is not time, I don't think. We've got to throw in, but surely that's the end of the game. And that is it. 5-0 against Schalke on the opening day. Can't beat that. You cannot beat that. So what a result to start the season with. YouTube, Harvey Elliott's not out for that long, so that's fine. And you are going to see us. So the draw's on the 29th. So you're going to see us after the Borussia Mönchengladbach game and just before the Stuttgart game. Welcome back, YouTube. We are here with the Champions League draw. Just an update. We have gone down 1-0 to Borussia Mönchengladbach. We did shift into a 4-2-2 in that game, and I'm going to try this in our next game just to try and get Arezzo in the team as well. And Harvey Elliott's actually back from his injury, so what I'll do is I'll bring him on. Well, we don't have a game now, but if we can get that front 4 working, all we've done is we've taken Armada out, really. He's here. he'll probably play off this left-hand side as well. Now that we've got sort of Holzak with two strikers, Holzak will move as cover up front, and then our Marta becomes our second left wing option. So trying this to see if we can get it to work. We're going to go attacking as well, actually. But yeah, we'll see if we can get that to work in the next episode. But for this episode, we want to go to our draw. And it did say we were in pot 3 this year, so we might get a bit of an easier draw. So, I mean, we did make the semi-final last year, so it shouldn't make a difference. So Dortmund, Ajax, Man United, Real Madrid, PSG, Porto, Juve, and Celtic in pot 1. I know what group we want. We want Group H. I want Celtic or Group F. There, or Group B at the moment. So, next team, Barcelona. So we can't get into that group. Ajax then get Lazio, so B's open. Man United, Inter. Watch us end up against Inter again. Real Madrid, Man City. I do not want that group at all. PSG, Chelsea. We do not want that group at all. Porto, Liverpool. Juve, Atletico. Oh, Celtic and Milan. What a group. What a group B and H would be now. We're not the only other German team in here. So there is RB Leipzig. So both of us can't go into this pot. Valencia can't go into that pot either. So only Lille, Moscow, Shakhtar, AZ, and Sporting, and it's Shakhtar. Now, every team except for AZ is up for grabs here. So please be us. It's Sporting, god damn it. Alright, Man United, Inter. So England or Italy. So everyone's up for grabs here. It's Valencia. Everyone is up for grabs here as well. And it's Lille, okay. So we've got France and England. If we can avoid this group, then I'll be happy. I'm happy. Regardless, I'm happy. That one, I don't want G, F, or I really want H, but don't really want F. So in F, it's 2 Germans and a Dutch team. It doesn't matter. And it's AZ. Us or Leipzig. Are we going to get Juve and Atletico? It's either really hard or really easy. Of course it's really hard. When would it ever be easy for us? When would it ever be easy? So Rennes closed that group out. Cracovia closed that group out. Berlin, oh my god, that's a tough seed 4. Jeez, that's a really open group there. Genk go to Group D, Lask go to Group E, and Dynamo go to Group F. So it's either Young Boys or Zenit. Please be Young Boys. Of course it's not easy. Imagine if we were in that group. Imagine if it was Milan, Hamburger, Celtic, and Young Boys. That would mean so much nicer. Our group is actually really tough here. So Juventus don't look like they're the Juventus of it's Eric Garcia though. He's very good. They don't quite look like the most lethal. It might come to bite me in the butt. They don't. They got Timo Werner on the bench though, so that'd be dangerous. What are Atletico Madrid? So what have they done? When was their last Serie A title? It was this season. They've won 39 league titles. Far out. And then what are Atletico Madrid? What are they rolling with? They got Simeone still. Their big players are still the same though. They got Senzio, they got Stengs, far out. Alright, Stengs is a beast. Yeah, this is a tough group. This is not going to be easy. So, you are going to see, I wonder if they've updated the schedule yet. Surely they have. They have not. So let's skip ahead a day. So then we can see the fixtures. And then we'll see who we take on in the next episode first. Where are we? We take on Zenit and Atletico Madrid in the next episode. So if you like this episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you come over to Twitch at Porty29, and I'll see you in the next episode.